now, but there's another kind of rock we haven't talked about, sedimentary rocks. They're pretty cool. I'll tell you about them. So, what happens is another rock that's already existing weathers into tiny little pieces. It is transported, it deposits, meaning it stops, and then it becomes a rock. Like all the little pieces stick together and become a rock. That's how sedimentary rocks are formed. So they do this in layers. And so we can tell, you know, okay, the layer on the bottom is older than the one on top of it. Unless the layers have been folded or turned up, and that's where sedimentary rocks get cool. So, this summer, I went to geology field camp with my good friend Jen.
Oh God.
And we were kind of like traders crossing enemy lines, you know. I was just a little geoanthropactress trying to find out how geologists really do it. So, what we did all summer is we walked around Montana with our Brunton compasses.
Oh no.
And we measured sedimentary rocks.
How'd that?
And we, you know, you go up to an outcrop. What's an outcrop? An outcrop is where the bedrock is exposed to the air, basically. So you can see it. You can walk up and you're like, oh, here are these beds, and they're like this. They must be doing that down below the grass and the trees that we can't see. So you take your little Brunton compass and you like hold it up to the little layers and you make some little measurements, and that helps you map it and figure out what's going on geologically under the earth. And then, you know, you look at the actual rock and you're like, oh, this is part of the quadrant layer, or this is part of the Kootenai layer. Yes, that's what I did all summer. Ah, yes. And you know, also all summer, I found something a little hotter to do underneath the outcrop. So let's tell them about it, boys. Oh, when the sun beats down and makes the rocks sparkle at noon. Sediments get you hot, you give your partners a wink, and they know too. Under the outcrop, sedimentary, yeah. On the crossbeds with my babies, where I'll be.
Under the outcrop,
People measuring above.
under the outcrop,
We'll be thrusting in love.
under the outcrop,
This rock striking steep.
under the outcrop,
But he's dipping deep
under the outcrop, outcrop.
From the rock we get the depositional environment. But right now it's sure hot, and I know it's mutual sentiment. Under the outcrop, it's Kootenai, yeah. On a dip plane with my babies, where I'll be.
Under the outcrop,
Strike and dip come first.
under the outcrop,
I'm about to burst.
under the outcrop,
My man gives me a hand.
under the outcrop,
I say this grain size is sand.
under the outcrop, outcrop.
Oh, you know, there's one sedimentary rock we haven't mentioned, and that's limestone. Limestone forms when creatures' skeletons settle to the bottom of the ocean floor and compact into a rock. Under the outcrop, used to be sea, yeah. On a blue light with my babies, where I'll be.
Under the outcrop,
Calcite in this
under
bed,
the outcrop,
fossils already dead. Indiana's
under
best.
the outcrop,
Let's do an acid test
under the outcrop,
outcrop. Oh, yes. Woo. Sedimentary rocks can be fun. Woo. But you know, thank you all for coming down. But I'm not about to end it talking about sedimentary rocks. We need to heat it up one more time. So this will be my last little send-up to summer in Montana. And we're heating it up. The shell is cold and restless. The lava paths have almost healed. It'll blow the size of Texas and keep on breaking seals. And we know that magma's cooking way down deep below. Well, it ain't no mystery to us now. It's that damned old volcano. Well, it's pumice and tufts and asphalt dust. It's the roar of an eruption. It's the magma in the pyroclastic glow. It'll burn this whole house down. Well, it's cones and shields and high crop yield. It's sparks and lava flow. It's the fire and the strain and the smoke and the flame. And they call the thing a volcano.
Get up, Tenaya.
Earth does her best to release all the energy from inside. Well, in case you didn't know it, well, the Earth, yes, she's alive. And at tectonic zones and hot spots too, we know it's gonna blow. You know the moon has got her craters, and we've got our volcanoes. Well, it's pumice and tuft and asphalt dust. It's the roar of an eruption. It's the magma in the pyroclastic glow. It'll burn this whole house down. Well, it's cones and shields and high crop yields. It's sparks and lava flow. It's the fire and the strain and the smoke and the flame, and they call the thing a volcano. Hello, geology. This geo is, it'll drive a geo crazy. This actress is insane. She'll put off all those New York plans just to feel academic pain. And a book of notes and some rocks she knows is all she'll have to show. In time I'll be a big star, explode like a volcano. Let's dance! It's pumice and tuft, asphalt dust. It's the roar of an eruption. It's the magma in the tufa, pyroclastic glow. It'll burn your whole house down. Well, it's cones and shields and high crop yield. It's sparks and lava flow. It's the fire and the strain, the smoke and the flame, and they call the thing a volcano. It's the fire and the strain, the smoke and the flame, and they call the thing a volcano. Wow. Thank you all so much for coming. Peter and Kevin. Yo-yo run. And my fabulous accompanist, Vince Lee. And then there's me. Thank you all for coming. Party in my house.